to another video. I know it's been a while, but I've been busy on this world, with life in general, and just kind of not been making videos. You may recognize this room, although it looks slightly different. I'll get to that in a minute. But we are currently in the Sea Captain's treasury, and this is the Sea Captain's great library. Now, as you may have noticed, the bed is green. Chest looks different. That looks different. Oh shit! Hold on. That looks different, and this all looks very different. Well, that's because two things actually. I've got a texture pack on. I'll link it in the description, but it just makes some minor tweaks here and there. And also, another thing, I've got beta fine, which is, it helps run beta Minecraft better, and allows things like skins and zooming in. So yeah, but I figured I'd start here, pick up where we left off. So let's make our way to the surface. By the way, this looks like the first time I came down here in ages with this, especially with this texture pack on, saw this and it blew my mind at how cool it looks. But yeah, you'll see the tiny little change. Like this is actually just glowstone. You'll see tiny little changes here and there with this texture pack on. Because like it's not a complete overhaul, it's just minor tweaks, which make the game feel more medievally and fantasy. I was trying to equip like a cool looking knight skin, but the game had other plans. Anyways, to start things off, this is, well, actually, let me cut to the other side of the bridge. I think I mentioned it in the last video, the Minecraft video, but essentially going all the way down to there, going all the way down to there is pretty annoying. So I just made this diagonal bridge, which was hard because in beta Minecraft slabs work differently. Anyways, first that plus this are the two things the first two things I've built since the lighthouse as a library. This is just a skeleton mine. I found a skeleton spawner underneath here. But yeah, this just goes all the way down to a very low one level. Fucking hell, that much coal, jeez man. Anyways, on to the main course of the video. This is gonna be set into this video is gonna be set into 3 different chapters. We're gonna have the above ground, then just underground, and then the main reason I settled here. So, without further ado, I present the X Cathedral. Now, for a bit of background, I wandered here from spawn and built a tiny little shack here, which evolved into this. And I told myself, this is just a little starter base. And I wanted to build some kind of base, which linked into an underground section here with, cool glass. But I've kind of changed my mind. I want to build like a castle over there. Some cool fantasy shit and whatnot. So instead I decided to build, not a church, but a cathedral. And I did X, because, I didn't want to do a Christian cross, because I'm not Christian. I'm not religious. So I just did an X. But this now has its own little lore, which we'll get into later. But this is the X Cathedral. It is absolutely massive. And honestly, it was a blast to build. Like, my favourite part of it is how, it keeps on going, and then even here, it just goes into the ground. Oh, and here, I did that for a little bit of texturing. I don't think it looks good from the inside, now that I'm looking at it, but it looks good on the inside. You'll see what I mean. You'll notice the glass lava up there and the X up there. Initially, I did that because I just wanted to do that. It was a bit of a pain, I'd built all of this and this and this and that. Like, you see all this wood bit, I'd built all of that, and then the lava, it was everywhere, and there was a giant lava cast I had to get rid of. But anyways, here is the main entrance. There's no door, I couldn't figure out what to do, so I just left it. You've got an X on the inside and outside. This is where, I imagine, people will get together, have a little, you'll have, the priests and whatever, cooking up food, and everyone sits in the stands. And this is like, you know, community donations or whatever. These are the seats with a nice red carpet going down the middle. Honestly, I know, pretty big. And look, if we look up, we got lights to liven up the place. Like I said, that's just glowstone, but it looks like redstone lamps. But I assure you it's not. At the end, we have this awesome, like, you know, cathedral-esque window with the X logo in it. And here we have like the stage where the priest will go blah 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 blah, all hail the almighty Satan or whatever. I don't know if this is a cult or not. But then here's the second part. Well, yeah, this is the second part. This is like the basement where, you know, they'll cook, you know, they'll read, you know, it's like the main base of operations for all of the churchness. But then here is the dungeon. This is where they keep all of the wayward sinners and prisoners. Basically, people who do misconducts in the village. I'm thinking of building a village. I decided to go with, you know, a mossy cobblestone look because I had a bunch and I just wanted to use it. The lava, it doesn't look too great, but I think it still looks cool. It was very fun building all of these. Just really fun. Now here, I'll get to that in a second. I just need to mine this. Leftover building materials. Now essentially, I did not plan for this. I didn't plan for any of this, but essentially I was mining and then I found a skeleton spawner. So I decided to do a little something to it. This is iron blocks, so it's going to be a very long time to get all the iron. Redstone is for blood, and the darkness is intentional fucking effect. Here is like the spider dungeon, as it said, for prisoners. So like the guards toss prisoners in here, force them to fight, and then they'll watch from here. But this bit I was inspired by like Dan CDM's, you know, little watch bit in the lab where he would watch stuff. It's pretty cool and whatnot. Now here is like the blue and the checkered pattern is inspired by like, you know, police stuff. Here are like, you know, this is what they'll use to fight spiders. You know, maybe, you know, a bit of food. Lots of blood. And here, all of this. Here is the sacrificial pit to X. If prisoners die in the fighting spiders, they'll toss them into the fiery pit. And the smoke, their ashes will spread into the air. Please their god, who I don't know yet. Who knows, maybe I'll make their god, because I saw a video which I'll link in the description, but it had like colossal statues, and I'll make some of those in the future. But I didn't intend to make like a prisoner bit. I didn't intend to make a spider spawner bit, but it all just turned out rather lovely because I didn't just want to have like, you know, a corridor leading to there. I wanted to have some facility, so screw it, prison, and then this just helps like with the lore and it's just nice. Well, not for the prisoners, but lore-wise it is. Now here is it. This is the gathering garden for the X Cathedrals. I think it's executives. I did give it a fancy name, but yeah. But anyways, it's a nice little garden for like where I imagine like these seats will be filled by fucking psychopaths who will go, "Ah yes, murder those bachelors. Oh ha ha, here's some tea. Mwahaha, I'm so evil, appearing the platypus." Here's what I was talking about earlier. Like, initially when I got here, I was thinking, like, before I came up with all this, I was brainstorming, like, you know, having this glass wall and then maybe the glass wall goes out, connects to there, and maybe goes up to there, but I've put a wall. I think this looks lovely. I finished it today as of recording. Honestly, I was a bit of like, wow, it's really finally done. Because I've been working on this, like this all started with the cathedral, and then with all that, and then with this, and it's amazing. This was naturally formed by that. I didn't mind this out. I just waterfall. So yeah, got that bit. I decided I bone mealed these trees in to like just add with the flower garden aesthetic, and I'm glad I managed to get this tall ones right in. That's what I was looking for. Here we have, well, this is where I imagine like the head honcho priest will sleep, and he's like, you know what I mean? Just like an evil priest. But this is where like the head executive will sleep. Maybe he's got some bots, he's got crafting bench in, he's got a little intro. But yeah, that's basically everything. That's basically the entirety of like the X Cathedral and the X basement. So yeah, I guess expect more in the future. I can't promise what I don't know what the next build project will be. I guess what I'll build next is like a castle, and eventually you'll see like a video on that. This is the end for now. Before we end off, just want to press the boat. I went that way to try and the glass wall hadn't been built, but the waterfall had. So the boat kind of just went wee, and I was like, here you're on. So yeah. Anyways, I will see you all later in a future video. Sorry for the lack of updates, but shut up, Alexa. It's getting late.